Welcome to Mochi. Mochi is a COVID-19 relief donation system where we can track donations from donors to recipients to how the recipients are actually utilizing them by pre-approved vendors. We utilize EOSIO blockchain technology in order to ensure true transparency in the system and immutability of all the transactions, so that later, when donors would like to see very clearly how their proceeds are being utilized, they can do so with ease. So here we're going to start with administration login. I've pre-created an admin account to make the process easier. Now that we've logged in, on the left-hand side, I'm going to select donation pots. Essentially, donation pots are purposeful donations. I'm going to create the first donation pot. This donation pot is going to be intended for restaurants that we love that have been impacted by COVID. Each donation pot, when it's created, creates an on-chain token. These tokens are used for recipients to make payments to the pre-approved vendors so that they can receive services. Here the pot has been created. Now I am going to log in as a different user so that we can show creation of vendors. So here you can see I can register or log in. So I'm going to be registering as a vendor. This time we're going to say that the vendor name is Rice Company. The government ID is specified so that the administrator can do due diligence and approve essentially the recipient or the vendor. Keep messing up. Okay. And then just select a random one. Copy image address and here, and then category is going to be goods, non-alcohol. And so here you can see that we're actually creating an on-chain account for this user, for this organization. And we're going to just verify really quickly the mnemonic. Okay. Now, the entity on-chain has been created for this vendor. Now that we have created the vendor, we're going to log out and re-log in as the administrator. Here you can see that the pot's been created and also that there are vendors. This vendor needs to be approved. So we've just approved them. Also, we forgot to activate the pot. Now the pot's activated. In the next scene, we're going to show you the utilization of ID Pass application built by Credifi. This is a completely self-sovereign identity solution where users have the ability to choose exactly with whom and what information is shared in a completely secure manner, all built on top of EOSIO technology. Utilizing the ID Pass application, we're going to show you that a donor will create an account and then donate to a specific pot which will then essentially issue tokens within the pot. Now that the donor has registered with the IDPass application and has donated into the pot, we can see that a recipient as well has been registered and has applied for funds from the pot. Here you can see proof of need from this recipient. He's provided the amount that's being sought and other information. So the administrator will be able to see specifics about the recipient and make a decision or determination as to whether or not they will allow them to receive the funds. In this case, we're going to approve. And now you can see that they've been approved. And we're going to demonstrate that indeed users do have wallets that they can utilize. The wallet feature, although the transactions in the back end have been completed, the front end, unfortunately, we ran out of time. But indeed, you can actually cash out. So if we were to supply the mnemonic, then we can authorize the transaction and they would be cashed out, and you would see it all happening, and actually is happening on blockchain, and you can see the source code for the proof. Thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to winning.